Hello friends, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new here today. I've kind of sat myself in a different area in the room hoping that the lighting will work itself out because I look back at the last two videos once they got uploaded to YouTube and I don't know what happened. The lighting got so wonky and I just felt like I was glowing. So hopefully that's not gonna happen this time. I don't know why that's happening, but anyways, I'm bringing to you two videos that I did quite some time ago. I'm kind of meshing them together, I guess you could say, for a summertime front porch refresh or inspiration. Now, one of them is my most popular video that I have done here on YouTube. Please don't go back and watch it because I am so sad to say it's horrific. And I told Ronnie the other night, I said, why are people even here now after that? But the DIY in itself was a huge hit. And if you haven't seen it, you're gonna love it because it is just something that turned out so well. I am so glad that it did. When it comes together in my head, I always question, like, is it actually going to turn out? And it did, and it's lasted, and I'm still using them today, and they are beautiful garden orbs, and they are so inexpensive to make and super easy to make. So I'm hoping that you will be excited to just quickly walk through that process. And then I picked out one more video for the summer season, again, kind of focusing on the front porch. Our front porch is more of a front entry. It's very, very tiny, but I love decorating it because it's the first thing that people see when they come to your home. But the second part of the video ended up being actually the very next front porch refresh that I did that same year. So one took place in the springtime right after Christmas, and then the next one took place for the summertime. So I thought that was really neat. I didn't expect to do that, and I noticed it once I started editing that that's exactly what had happened. So it's going to be kind of neat to see. It was neat for me to see how much the plants had grown in just that one season, and then kind of a transition from one to the next. But I think both ideas can easily be used for the summertime, and so I wanted to share it one more time with you just in case you hadn't seen it yet. So let's go ahead, jump into the video and get started. Okay, starting this video off, we are right out front in our little porch area, cleaning it up really quick. I love using my e-cloths, especially when I'm outside, because it makes the whole process that much easier. Now, I found these beautiful urns at Home Depot, and I will try to find a link, but this video did take place 4 years ago, which is absolutely crazy to me. Now, I will say, remember that when you're looking at my footage, it is not the best, but this was pretty new to me. Now, I wanted to share parts of this video because it is my most popular video to date. I was so excited to do this DIY, and I will have to say I was and still am thankful that it not only came together like I had pictured in my head, but it's also held up so well. In fact, I still have these in my yard today. So to create these garden orbs, I simply took 3 embroidery hoops. I took them apart, laid them out, and spray painted them black just to match my aesthetic. Obviously, you could paint them any color that you would like. Now, giving them some time to dry also gave me a couple minutes to clean our front windows. Again, using my e-cloths. I've not mentioned them lately, but they are still my favorite thing anytime I am cleaning up outside. If I'm cleaning our glass tabletops or even our countertops, I absolutely love using my e-cloths. And I, again, will try to link those down below for you as well. To make this process easier, I chose to go with a simple ivy because I knew I could maneuver the hoops around them easier. Now, if you wanted to use, say, a boxwood plant or something with a stem in the middle, you would definitely have to cut the bottom pieces off of the hoops to make room for the plant itself. But I think that would be easy enough. Now, being I am keeping these in this covered area at this point, I opted to just hot glue a finial to the top, which worked for this area well. Now, Ronnie was deployed at this time, and when he did get home, he helped me secure them onto the hoop better. He just used a drill and screwed them together, and I've been able to use them out back as well, and they've made it through the weather just fine. Moving along and being I love door decor, I thought I would share what I pieced together for this season, which would work great for the summertime as well. I found this black wooden K at Hobby Lobby and really loved the simplicity of it. I had a few little flowers glued together already and decided to use those and just add a few bits and pieces to it to make it fit the K. I usually like the idea of laying it all out and then going back to glue it together just to ensure that it all looks cohesive and all the pieces make sense in their new spot. This refresh took place after Christmas for the spring season, and I usually like to scale things back and have that more simple look after all the elaborate decorating that comes with the holidays. Okay, before we move on, I want to apologize yet again for the footage. I know it's not the best, but please remember, it was 4 years ago. So I was brand new to this and it's a mess. But I hope that you understood the DIY. It is such a great one. It's super easy. And like I said, Ronnie did end up coming home, thankfully, from deployment, and he simply screwed the top all together and into that finial, and it's worked out perfectly. One has been out in the backyard in the elements all year round and is doing great. Yes, it does need to be painted here and there, but that's really not a big deal to me because I usually have to repaint my planters pretty much every season because we do have pretty rough elements here, and I do enjoy having the black urns and things, and so of course that fades, but again, it's really no big deal. But let's go ahead and move on to the next part of the video and hope that you enjoy this one as well. Now moving on to the next look that I thought I would share ended up being the very next refresh that took place on our little porch. So heading into the summer season around here means bringing out that patriotic flair. We are an Army family. My husband is an Army chaplain, and making sure to keep these holidays focused on their true meaning has always been very important to us, especially having 2 boys growing up in our home. Now that they are adults, they understand this, but we still try to make sure that we honor those who have given their all for our country. It's the absolute least that we can do. So creating a simple chalkboard in remembrance of them seemed fitting for the season. Now, when I make any of my chalkboards or my scrolls, I simply use my own penmanship, and then to just kind of fancy it up and make it look more like calligraphy writing, I thicken each downstroke, and then also adding just a couple little stars onto the board just kind of made it a little bit more special. I wanted to take a quick moment and address a question that I get asked quite often when I'm doing a little refresh out here on the porch, and that is, how do I hang my door decor? I use these command strips all year long. It gets very hot here in the summer, like 120 degrees at times, and then it freezes during the winter time. Now, this is a covered area, so I'm sure that helps, but these command strips stay up all year long. In fact, they stay up until I take them down. Now, I have two up right now because I didn't want to take the bottom one off. That's the one that I use most often, and I know it's going to be covered up by the flags, but I needed one up higher this time because the handle on the basket is so long. But I just wanted to let you know this is what I use and that they last all year long. As I share this video, I hope it offers you a look at something so simple and inexpensive that really makes a statement. There's really no need to ever feel like you have to spend tons of money to add to your space. By simply taking a few minutes to clean up and by adding in a few flags that are priced so reasonably, it's made over this area and created not only a welcoming space, but also gives honor to those who served and gave all. As most of you know, I've had to take a little bit of a break from decorating because I broke my ankle, and I've mentioned just how hard it has been for me to sit still and not do. As much as I've tried to think of the big picture and envision just why and what the Lord is trying to help me see in this moment, I get frustrated and I try to do it on my own. But in reality, I know this type of thinking is never effective. I need to take this time and be more intentional about my connection to Him. Trusting Him requires me to stop and be still. He knows things I do not, and He may have saved me from something or is using this time to help me work on myself. I know that He loves me more than I can grasp, and I know He is here to lead me through whatever it is. I want to encourage you as you continue walking with Him. Remember that He already knows what will happen in your life, and regardless of what might lie ahead, He will never leave you. All right, friends, I hope that you truly enjoyed today's video. I know it's out of the ordinary. I'm not yet back on my feet, but I did get my walking boot today. But it hurts like crazy to even kind of step on it. So wish me luck with that. It's gonna take some time to get used to it and kind of feel secure and not feel like I'm gonna fall over from pain. So anyways, it will be soon, hopefully, that I am back to decorating. I just want to thank you all for being here during this time. I know it's not the best, but I'm trying to make do and bring you something that hopefully you enjoy just even a little bit. If you do, don't forget to hit that like button and leave me a comment, because that would be amazing. But for now, I want to wish you all a wonderful rest of your week. Remember to stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.